Welcome to Occupy Mars. So if you got power problems and your power keeps going off during the night, I'm going to show you how to solve it. You should be able to survive a storm with this setup I've got. In fact, I did survive a storm. I'll show you the recap of all the layout at the end, but the first thing you want to do is get rid of all your power cords so you know what goes where and you don't get confused. Shout out to Mihail T, I think it is, I don't know how to pronounce the name, on the Steam page. It was on reading their guide that properly informed me of what you need to do. Now your base, your hab, will need about 32 kilowatts of power, and your water and that will need 10 kilowatts. So overall it's about 720 kilowatts for a 22-hour period is what they've said. So basically what you want to do is have 2 transformers, and I've got 6 batteries, but you could probably do it with less. You might get away with a few less. But basically transformer number 1 wants to go to all of these batteries. So transformer number 1, I will show you a recap at the end if this is going too fast, but transformer number 1 wants to be going to these batteries, and then you want to link up all the batteries. So get the electrical cable, I've got it in slot number 6. You just want to connect all of these batteries together so it creates a circuit, like a link from 1 battery to 2 battery to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. So this is going to store enough power to supply me with enough electricity during the night and during the storms. When the solar panels ain't working, this is basically backup energy. Some reason I dropped this and I was not able to retrieve it, so I've had to pick it up and try start again. There are a few kind of bugs in this demo, which is normal with games, but I wasn't able to retrieve that one. So I'll pick up this one and we'll just leave that one and ignore it for now. So once you're on your last battery, my last one's number 6, we want to come over here and plug this one into transformer number 2. So transformer number 1 supplies all the batteries with the electricity, and then all the batteries will then go to transformer number 2. So don't forget to plug number 1 in to the batteries. And next up, you actually want to supply them, so build yourself a couple of medium ones. Don't waste your time on the small ones because they don't generate a lot of power. But all of my solar panels are going to be plugged into transformer number 1. So that's what I'm doing right here. All these medium ones generate quite a lot of power. And I will have a couple of spare ones actually, and they can go into transformer number 2 just because they're spare really. You could save one to charge up your crusher or the little car thing majig, the mobile car thing. But I think that's a waste. You want to use as much to power up those batteries as you possibly can. So you can only fit 4 solar panels in 1 transformer. So with the extra couple of ones I got here, you might not have extra, but it's always best to have more than less. You want to plug these into the spare ones of this one. So transformer number 2's got a couple of spare slots. Sorry, I didn't mean to swap them around. That's gonna annoy me. So let's just correct that how it was, otherwise I'll confuse myself. So the extra ones are going to transformer number 2. Like I say, I will show you a recap at the end, but if this is still confusing, then just message me or join the Discord and I'll show you an actual diagram of the setup. So I've got a spare one here. We'll use that when, well, we won't use it, but if this was the real game, I'd probably chuck another solar panel in there. So then come over to your hab and plug in there. And then this is going to go to transformer number 2. So stick it in that slot. And now we want to power our oxygen and water supply. So we're going to run over there now. So in the daytime, this has got 5 watts of electricity supplied to it. But at nighttime it will have nothing. So you just, to be safe, you want to just supply it with 10 kilowatts. You can fill yourself up some water there too if you need some water containers. So come over here then. This is transformer number 1. We're going to supply everything to the batteries. So everything that generates is going to go through them batteries. And then when the power comes out of the batteries, all we've got to supply is our oxygen and water and the hab. So the oxygen and water needs 10 kilowatts during like any time at all, just to play it safe. And my hab needs 32.34, so I'm gonna do 33 just to be safe. But if you want to put another cord into it, I've got 2 extra slots. You can supply the crusher with some 25 watts to keep that going, and then when you're not using it, switch it back off. You see on my number 1 spot I had 50% going to that. I should have turned that off actually. But these energy units, if they're on like 180, that's gonna make the power go through it real quick. Now you might want to do that at the start just to get them all powered up. Let me know in the comments what's the best to put these on, but I'm going to put it at 43 because for me that's going to be enough to supply the hab and the oxygen unit constantly. But maybe you should turn it up so the power runs through to the last one. Set the last one to 43 maybe, and then just tinker with them till the capacity fills up in all of these. You see this is only 7.2 capacity, so they do need quite a lot of solar going through them power to then start storing the energy. Otherwise when it becomes daytime, if these ain't got enough power in them, then it will it won't be supplied your hab in the day, like in the early morning. It will run out is what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to set them all to 43, and to be honest that did work for me, so I can't complain. So now we got this storm. It kind of, I think this is where I didn't tinker with that 50% up the top. I must have missed that. And now it is the storm kicked in. Those solar panels ain't going to work, so when there is a storm, just come back to check that the power ain't going to an outlet you're not using. And if the crusher has got power to it, turn it off and put the power into the hab and the oxygen so you have enough. Now those 6 batteries should last me definitely, well, it does last me throughout this storm. If these doors ain't opened, you ain't got power, then you can manually unlock them from the side on the red lever. But as you can see, the storm is here and we still have power. So all my plants withered away. So I'm going to redo that. I haven't got enough for oxygen, but when this all generates during the next day, I will have plenty. Because I set this up and a storm kicked in straight away. So I'm going to get rid of all these plants and replant them. So you want this sort of tool here. This is nice. So the storm has passed now, and as you can see, these have got to 50%. So once this gets to 50% in the incubator, you have to pick them up in this little plant pot thing and replant them into the hydroponics. These are potatoes. Be nice to, or interesting to see what else they add in the game. So you can plant stuff in the hydroponics at the very beginning and it will grow, but it'll grow slower, but it will grow to you can harvest the potato. So you could just chuck a seed in here and not worry about it. In the hydroponics though, in the incubator here, it grows a lot faster, but take it out at 50% and chuck it into the hydroponics. I'll show you now again, just to jump Discord if you want a picture, and I'll draw a picture of the setup for you if it's still confusing. So transformer number 1, you want a power lead going from this to a battery, and then from every battery you want running into another battery. So this is all your storage. I've set them all at 43. As you can see now, the capacity is going up. All those solar panels are generating this electricity to build this capacity up. So when you are reaching capacity, you can then add some more batteries as you go if you want. I think you need 4 to do your hab overnight, and then you'll obviously need one more battery for your oxygen, but I've got 6. I went a bit overkill maybe, but I just got tired of failing this, so it was nice to fully work it out once. So them leads are all connected to your batteries, and then this one, your last battery, is going to go to transformer number 2. So this is transformer number 2, and then all of my solar panels are plugged into transformer number 1, and then the spare ones in transformer number 2. And you want to supply your base, your hab, with 32 kilowatts or over 32 kilowatts. So mine is about 33 just to be safe. And then my oxygen and water unit is going to be 10 watts. So again, this needs a little bit more power coming through it, but there's batteries, because like we went through that storm, those batteries took a bit of a caning, and they weren't fully set up. Like as soon as I set it up, a storm came. So if you get this set up earlier, then you should be fine. So that needs to be set to 10. To be honest, it's daytime, so it could be set to 5. I've just got a terrible memory. And then the hab is set to 35, so we got plenty of power coming through now. And like I say, you could plug another out lead into this and then run it to the crusher and just switch that on when you need it. So one of these out is obviously for the oxygen unit over here. So this has got 10 kilowatts, this is doing fine. We already knew that from the transformer, but I thought I'd show you. And then oxygen and water supplies run to the hab, your main base. Also you can run around this with a blowtorch and repair it, by the way. And then this runs into here, your transformer number 2. So that's the Sci-Fi storm and the night time. Hope you didn't pull your hair out too much trying to find the answers, because I know I did. But thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. Doing any of those really helps this channel grow. But thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay entertained, and we'll see you on the next one.